The show is about giving up.
Doesn't sound very cheerful.
Hi.
That's more like it.
My name is Beth Green, otherwise known as Granny Rocks, and this here guy
Hi
is
there, I'm James Maynard, otherwise known as Sweet Baby James. I'm handling the chat tonight, so please chat with us, and I'll pass your chat on to Beth, and she'll talk directly to you if you're live in person.
That's right. And if you're not live in person, then you can still put your message in the chat, and I will reply to you later. So tonight I feel inspired to talk about why we give up. I think there's a lot of people who feel that way about themselves, or they have that judgment about other people. And I want to talk about that. And the show is called The 3 Primary Reasons That We Give Up. And
we already have some comments. Elizabeth says, hi there. Hello, Elizabeth. And she also sends a heart of love. And love at you.
Thank you. Thank you.
Blanquita says, hello, Beth and James. Hola.
Hola, Blanquita. Excellent. Thank you.
Mm-hmm.
So I have been feeling a lot like giving up lately. I could attribute it to being tired, which I am, but I think there's more to it. So, and to say that there are 3 primary reasons is kind of fun because people like that. There's probably 100 reasons, but I'm going to try to condense it all into 3. Guess what they are? They all start with a D. We have another message for Blanquita.
Oh yeah, Blanquita sends a heart encompassing the whole planet.
Lovely.
Wow, that's very cool.
Lovely.
And Catalina sends 3 hearts of love. Love at you, love at you, love at you. And Amy says, hello, Beth and Sweet Baby James. I appreciate this topic. Oh my, 3 reasons?
Well, we'll find out, won't we?
We sure will.
Okay. So, guess what? The 3 reasons all start with D. And I love to surprise Sweet Baby James with my topics. So, one reason we want to give up is defeat. The second one is the discouragement of defeat. And the third one is the dread of defeat. So are we laughing about this yet? Well, I'm serious about this, about how much our giving up has to do with defeat. And we have another friend.
Oh, and Karen sends multi hues of love. Red, yellow, green, purple, and orange.
I love it. I love it. I love it.
Thank you, Karen.
Karen is an artist, so naturally she's going to be in full Technicolor. So I want to start out by just talking about plain, ordinary defeat. Okay. Let's say there's something that you want to accomplish. Like I want to promote our healing music website. So I go toward it's like, oh, goody, this is wonderful. It's going to be great. Ooh.
And Anand says, hi from Tracy.
So it isn't really Anand, it's probably Tracy.
Oh, she says hi from Tracy. That's right.
Right. So there we go. Thank you. Hello. So the first time out, we have a little nervousness. Am I going to be able to do this? Do I know what I'm doing? This is so exciting. I think it's going to work. Oh my God, finally, for the first time, people are going to love what I'm doing and they're all going to sign up, right?
Right.
And then they don't.
And what comes up for you then?
Bleh.
Discouragement?
Defeat. The feeling of defeat. Oh.
And Jim says, you guys look great in red. All red. Couple of hearts of love. Back at you.
Thank you, Jim. Mwah, 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 mwah. So, why do we experience it as a defeat? We try something and immediately, we think it's going to be great and it doesn't work. And there is this feeling, like this sinking feeling, like,
I gave a party and nobody came.
That's right. I'm defeated.
Or a handful of people came.
So now, okay, so the first time we're defeated, the first time I was defeated. So I feel like really bad, and I'm disappointed and I'm so discouraged and all of that. So, but I tell myself, well, I didn't feel well that day.
Oh,
right,
there you go.
right.
Yeah.
I had an allergy attack. I started my period. I had an argument with my husband. Well, I got the electricity bill and I can't pay it. I mean, there's all kinds of reasons that I might feel low and that I don't have a lot of spunk. Or I tell myself, well, this is new. When I'm being at least remotely sane, I say, I've never done this before, So there's still hope. Maybe there's something I can learn. So I have defeat, but there is always a hope behind that defeat, that I can learn something from this experience and I can get better. Or maybe the competition is stiff. So many of us are in competitions. So, oh my God, I had no idea there were so many good baseball players in our little league, right?
Right.
And so, this is not feeling good. Oh, I didn't know, but now next time I'll be better prepared. Or, I didn't realize it was going to be so tough. I should have prepared better. So I don't feel good about myself, but there's some kind of hope. I can learn something from this. Yes. Oh, yes. Oh, yes, yes. Out of this defeat, I am going to grow. I'm going to just do brilliantly, wonderfully, right? Right? How many of us have gone through that? We tell ourselves, better luck next time. I'll be better prepared. I'll know what I'm doing. I'm going to go back to the drawing board. There's something about this that I have to learn. It's like, yes. So there's defeat. But it's not devastating. Devastating defeat. Another D. Devastating defeat. Because there's still a chance. Now, sometimes we are defeated because we're just no damn good at it.
Mm-hmm.
Right? So I'm just no damn good.
That's a good time to give up, when you can't do it anyway.
Exactly. It's like, I cannot run a mile. I can barely walk a mile. I can't run 5 steps. So sometimes defeat is our friend. It's like, come on, Granny. You've been chronically ill all your life. What do you think? You're saying to yourself, oh my God, I started running. And now I've trashed my knees and my ankles and all of that stuff, right? So when you have a defeat, it's a really good time to look at whether you should even try it again, if we can look at it honestly. But how much of this is based on just like discouragement? We have another guy out there.
Oh, and Todd says hi. Hello, Todd.
Hello, Todd. So, okay, so I feel discouraged. I want to try again. I think I can do it this time. I think I can learn something. I'm going to try it. Yes, yes, I'm going to do it. Yes, I'm going to do it. I'm going to do it. I'm going to hire a coach. I'm going to take singing lessons. I'm going to do something to do it differently. Yes, I'm getting myself all revved up. Yeah, woo, yeah, woohoo! Yes, I was defeated, but Now, what happens when you get the coaching, or you read the books, or you hire the teacher, or you're not sick this time, or you practice more, or you do all those good things, right? And you go out there and you are defeated again. Okay, so we put out the transformational music website and we're saying, hey, we're giving you a free 21-day trial. All you have to do is click here and you'll get this whole thing, and it's wonderful and it's great, and I love you and you love me, so why aren't you trying it? And then nobody does it. Nobody. And now I'm like, now this is what I'm calling the discouragement of defeat. This is, oh my God, no matter what I do, it's not going to work. Can you see that it starts to grow as a cancer? Like I'm really discouraged. And I'm actually even getting a little bit embarrassed. Like, oh, I can't go out there and tell you again that I have this website, because if you don't sign on and you don't even listen or you don't check it out, then I'm feeling like a fool. And there is that discouragement of defeat where I begin to look bad to myself, right? So am I supposed to say, all right, this is not going to work. I don't want to feel that pain of that discouragement anymore. No, 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 no. I just want to give up. I really, really don't want to go through this again. Oh no, I want to give up. Now, have any of you had that experience that you try it and then you try again, and this time when you get knocked down, it's like, oh, I'm discouraged. It's like, should I really make a fool out of myself by trying this again? I don't even want you to know that I'm out there trying to get you to do this, because it's so darned embarrassing, right? Because now everybody knows that I'm a failure. Failure, failure, failure. And it's public, no less. Go out there with the Little League team and try to do another at-bat. Now, by this time, you're beginning to feel like, it's painful, it's discouraging, it's embarrassing. That is, you know what I mean? The discouragement of defeat.
And then if the pitcher strikes you out, then how do you feel?
Terrible. I mean, discouragement. It's hard. It's very, very hard. So now I'm saying, okay, I'm going to do this again. I'm not going to give up. No, I'm not that kind of a girl. So yes, I've been embarrassed, and yes, I feel discouraged, and sometimes I'm tired. And of course, by this time I'm thinking, is this even going to work? Right? Maybe not. Oh my God. Maybe it isn't going to work. Maybe I'm wasting my time. Maybe I'm wasting my energy. Maybe I'm wasting my hope. Oh, I'm so discouraged. I can't stand it. Can I do this? Can I force myself? So maybe some of us do give up and say, this was really a stupid idea to begin. It's just not going to work.
What if you're having partial success? Can you focus on that?
Well,
there are
yes.
those of us who are utilizing the music at that website, and we're benefiting.
That's true. But I'm talking about getting more people to actually sign on.
Yeah.
And let's say we're not succeeding. But you're absolutely right. If you have a partial success, That may give you courage. Okay, I'm still going to do this. I'm still going to try. And I mean, I'm talking about one particular situation, but I'm sure you have all, oh, I've been courting this woman. I want to tell her that I love her. I want to get her to go out with me. I keep asking her, and then she says, no, 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 no. And now you're embarrassed as well as discouraged, right? Because that's part of the discouragement is the embarrassment. People are going to see you trying to do something. Okay, so now you have a new stress. Okay, I am going to do this. What do you do? The gymnastic thing. I'm going to get up there and I am going to do that vaulting thing. But there is a discouragement inside. It's eating you up alive. So you say, no, I can do this. I can do this. Some of us get inspired by odds that are against us. But somehow it starts eating away at our confidence. I don't have confidence because I'm discouraged.
And you have the dread of defeat.
Okay.
Yeah.
Wait.
Oh, you're getting to it.
Yeah, we're getting to that. That's the whole thing.
Oh, I catch on pretty fast.
After you get the discouragement, then we get the dread of defeat. So now it's not just that you're defeated, but you're dreading the defeat. Everybody is watching you. Ta-da! And they're all watching. And some people are actually rooting for you to fail, right? Because they've got it decided in their heads that you're not going to make it. So you're no damn good. So there we get the dread of defeat. We're no longer talking about defeat. We have moved from defeat to discouragement of defeat to the dread of defeat. And now we're more in the dread than we are in the defeat. This is like, oh my God, what's going to happen to me if I fail one more time? Now, I'm talking about it like it's only 3 times, but you could be doing it 10 times or 100 times. And people are talking about you. Oh, it's so pathetic, Oh, there's that Beth Green trying again and again. And doesn't she get it that nobody likes her music? What's wrong with that woman? You know what I mean? And then they're saying, because they have to justify the fact that they're not doing it. But anyway, so I start to feel the dread that people are going to judge me. Judge me, judge me. The shame of defeat. The shame of defeat over and over and over and over. And then, of course, there's always the heroine or the hero who isn't defeated, but is the winner, always winning, or almost always winning. And I look at them, and I'm sitting there, and they have a huge following, and everybody loves them. And it's like, oh my God, look at them, and I am defeat, 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 defeat. I'm so embarrassed. I am so ashamed.
Mm.
So the whole thing has morphed, changed from defeat to the dread of defeat. And that dread is death.
Mm.
Because it's very hard to deal with dread. And so I go out there and I've got to try it one more time. But if the dread has gotten to you, it's going to be very hard, to pull yourself together and face that dread. So we have defeat, discouragement of defeat, and the dread of defeat. The 3 Ds, the 3 major reasons, primary reasons that we give up, because we can't face being defeated again, being ashamed, being embarrassed, having people talk about us, and feeding people's negative opinions of us. Let's say we grew up in a family where we didn't get a lot of support to try different things, and if you failed, it's like, oh no, you struck out in Little League, or you didn't do very well. And there are families like that, aren't there?
Mm-hmm.
You know,
Oh, yeah.
where, so, and they may say, well, honey, it's the trying that counts. But do they even need it, or are they embarrassed that they have a child or a husband or a friend who keeps going out there and being defeated over and over? So they're now beginning to dread your defeat too, and you start going down and down and down. So the 3 Ds of the apocalypse:
Yeah.
defeat, defeat, and defeat. And by the time you get to that final defeat, however many defeats you've actually gone through, it's like, I'm exhausted. I feel so exhausted. I'm just too tired to even try anymore. It's like, I'm exhausted. I'm exhausted. And you know, there is an exhaustion that comes along with defeat. It tears you up. It undermines your confidence. Now, at some point or other, you have to look at the question that we talked about before. Well, maybe you're just no damn good at this, and maybe you shouldn't even be doing it unless you're willing to be defeated. Oh, I love going out in the ring and getting my head bashed in. That is really exciting. I like it. I like the fight. I like it. I suppose there are people like that, but for most of us, it's like, And shame is so debilitating. It's like the bottom falls out. You don't have courage anymore. See, in the beginning, you think, oh, I can do this differently. See, I just have to learn. New technique, new coach, new something. And then you do it again and again. And no matter what you do, and you begin to believe that everything is about the dread. Do you understand what I'm saying? So we've gone from really trying or being defeated to just dreading. Now, I'd like you guys to think about something where you have felt defeated over and over. And I tried to help my sister with her drug addiction. And look at this.
Jose has come on and says, God bless you, Mama and Papa. I love your music, your piano.
I like that. Thank you so much. So, overcoming humiliation, facing people's judgments, facing your own judgments, your own shame. Now, what I'd like you to do is think about some arena where you have felt like giving up. Now, I'm not saying you should never give up. Take a look at that. Okay, should I give up because I really can't do this, or this is impossible for anybody? Or are you giving up because of the emotional aspect of either being discouraged and embarrassed or actually dreading the experience of failing again? So think about that right now. I'm going to play the piano for a minute, and I want you to think about whether or not you are facing things where you have gotten down to the dread of another failure, and how you are going to look to yourself and how bad that can be. much of this is really a fear of other people's perceptions of you, you know, of that you're going to look like a fool or you're going to look like a failure or something, and you just don't want to expose yourself to that kind of thing, right? So what are we going to do about it? I said I was going to talk about that tonight. Well, the first thing we're going to do is we're going to look deep. Are we wanting to give up because we're just no damn good at something and we are defeated and we say, okay, I get it, I'm defeated, it's over? Are we wanting to give up because we're discouraged and we don't know what else to do? We've tried everything, you know what I mean? We tried it and we don't know what to do and we're out of ideas, right? Or are we just dreading another defeat because we don't want to humiliate ourselves, be judged? And it looks like we have another comment.
Oh, Amy says, I don't practice my harp or take walks for health. And why is that?
Well, that's a very good question. So I want you to think about that. Does it have anything to do with the 3 Ds, the 3 discouragements?
Blanquita sent a very cute image of a cartoon character lying on top of a piano as the lady plays.
Is it worth it? Is it worth trying again?
Oh, and Todd says, you nailed it. I don't want to look bad. Be judged.
Excellent, Todd. Excellent. So,
yeah, I've got that one too.
We don't want to be embarrassed in front of our peers or our parents or anybody. So we just go skulk away and hide because we don't want to be embarrassed. That's a very, very good observation. So, before I go on and we actually close this show, the time is flying. I want to remind you that you are watching Granny Rocks.
Mm-hmm.
And Granny Rocks gets discouraged just like everybody else and wants to give up just like everybody else. But we come back every Wednesday. And every Wednesday we say, well, maybe somebody will come and listen to us. I don't want to be defeated. I don't want to feel like I've given up. I don't want to give up. I really believe in what I'm doing. I want to do this. See, connect to the part of you that says, I want to do this no matter how I look to other people, no matter how stupid or bad or weak I look to others or myself. I want to do this. That is connecting yourself. Do you want to go out there and run another race that you're going to lose? Why not? Who cares if you lose, you know?
Well, for me, what came to mind when you invited us to think about it, is the last couple of times I sang in public, I fumbled over the words. And I felt very discouraged, very embarrassed. And so now what I've adopted is a shift, a change, where I always have the words right there, and I can refer to them, and that doesn't happen. But I just got to remember to look at those words.
You have to look at the words, right? So you say, first you have to connect to, I want to sing, even if I embarrass myself.
Right.
I want to sing. And I want to sing too, even if my voice sounds lousy. I want to do this. It all becomes a healing process where I connect to myself, who I am and what I really want. And I want people to listen to this transformational music. And I just put up a Facebook post that you can look at that's all about the transformational music. And I'm willing to go out there and be ignored again. Right?
Right.
Because I want to do this music and I want people to try. And you just never know. You know what I mean?
And I'm glad you keep doing it because I have benefited tremendously.
There are people who have really benefited from this music, but if I am looking at how I look to the world, it's like, no, I want to do it. I'm going to do it. I don't care how I look. I will not dread. I'm going to try to stop dreading it, to look inside and ask myself, where did that dread come from? Were you put down by people as a kid for failing, right? Or did people act like it was nothing and not even give you any sympathy when you failed? It's like, okay, stiff upper lip, you know, you can do it, you can do it, you can do it, and maybe you can't, right?
Oh, here, Amy has something to say. If I took a walk and it wasn't very long, it's been a long time, either I or someone else will judge me for taking so long to do it, or how slow a walk it is. I mean, how slow a walk it is, yeah.
That's right. Well, forget that. You're not living in somebody else's skin. You're not looking at yourself through other people's eyes. It's time for us to connect to ourselves, look at ourselves through our own eyes, and connect to what I want and find the strength to try again if we want to. Okay, as I said, sometimes it is a good idea to give up because I'm pushing myself and I'm going to, have a heart attack because I'm pushing myself. But no, if I can feel that I really want something, I want to support myself do it. And the hell with everybody else.
There you go.
So, anyway, this is Granny Rocks. I'll see you next Wednesday at 6:30 Pacific time.
And then what about tomorrow night?
Tomorrow night at 7 p.m. Pacific time, I play Beth Green's Magical Piano Improvisations. Let me tell you something. I tried to play the piano over and over and over from after I was 15. I became chronically ill, disabled, crippled, and Amy said, "You said it, Gran. Thank you." So, I mean, by the time I was 77, it was like, I can't do this. How many impossibly embarrassing dreads? I'm going to do it again, and I'm going to hurt, and it's not going to work, and I won't be able to play, and I'm going to get crippled and all that. I just had to put all that aside and ask myself, did I want to play the piano? And I did, and I am. And so there, sometimes we have a success. Whether you like it or not, I am playing the piano. And I'm going to play the piano for you guys tomorrow night. Love you. Come on back.
Yeah, thanks for joining us.
Put
Glad
in
to have
your
you.
comments. Share this program. People need to hear this. Give it a like. Give it a love. Give it a comment. I'll write back to you when I can.
There you are.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye for now. Till next time.